experience. It's the teacher of all things. Its lessons propel you forward to overcome obstacles and learn how far you can go. It's what makes you, you. And it's at the heart of every Macquarie University degree. It means you can combine virtual and on-campus learning and personalise your degree. With courses co-created by industry leaders and degrees with inbuilt internships, you learn directly from those with experience. When you're powered by our collective, you get the experience you need to get ahead. You become more than just you. You become you to the power of us. Macquarie University.
Good afternoon. Welcome to this afternoon's graduation ceremony, a very special occasion, particularly for graduands on my right, but also for family and friends who've come to support them. Just a few things to run through before we start. Make sure mobile phones are turned to silent, please. I appreciate that. Today's ceremony is being streamed live on Macquarie University's YouTube channel. If we need to evacuate at any time, please follow the instructions of the security staff. They'll be here when and if we needed, and we haven't needed them so far. So we'll keep our fingers crossed. Graduands, if you've ordered plaques or frames, please collect those at the end of the ceremony. After you process out all the way around the back where the refreshments are, they'll be available there. And also, I've been asked, you can purchase a high-definition video on a USB stick around there as well of the entire ceremony. So check that out. But also there are facilities for family portraits around in that back area as well. So you will get an official photograph of your graduation in the centre of the stage, but these are available as group photographs. That might be about it. Oh, sorry, there is one more thing. If you've checked items, bags, umbrellas, whatever, into the cloakroom, please make sure you collect those at the end of the ceremony. It doesn't stay open for terribly long, so just make sure you get those before you go home. Now, I need to talk to graduands now. Thank you. Well, graduands, congratulations. Welcome to this afternoon's ceremony. You've made it, haven't you? Hey, you finally got here. How long have you been waiting? Too long. Dear, oh dear. Oh, okay. We can't help that under the circumstances, can we? When did you finish your studies? Last year or the year before? Last year. Oh, it's not too bad. That's pretty good, really. We were only early this year, we were graduating those from 2 or 3 years ago because of COVID. But anyway, we're here. Well done. A few things that I need to talk to you about your processes this afternoon. Not before too long, the official party will enter the graduation hall. They'll take their positions on stage. You'll be asked to stand for that, and the national anthem will be played. We ask you to remove your trencher and put it back on at the end when you sit down, and the tassel is on the left. If it gets somewhere else for some strange reason, there'll be some people around the back to help you sort that out, plus sort all this out too before you have your official photograph. You sit down after that, there'll be a welcome to country from Uncle Chris Tobin, and then the presiding officer will open the ceremony in a sense and address you. Now I notice generally there's an occasional speaker to follow that, but I notice in the program there isn't one listed. That doesn't mean there won't be one, but just be aware there may be a guest speaker after the Chancellor addresses you. Now following that is why you're here. It's when you change from graduands to graduates. Okay, that's a formal process. The Chancellor will ask the registrar if you've satisfied all the requirements for the award of your degree. Now, it stands to reason, doesn't it? You're here, so you must have. But it's something that must be done. So that assurance will be given. The Chancellor will then confer your degrees upon you, so you officially become graduates. You'll be asked to stand for that. When that's finished, you'll be asked to sit down, and an usher, will come and collect the last row. We work from back to front. Here, take you around the back, and I'll give you one of these. They'll have your testamer in there. Now, a couple of things with what you have now in your possession is your seat ticket. Now, hopefully the number on that seat ticket corresponds to the seat that you are in. Okay, that's important for us around the back because we need to get the order correct. We don't want to give you someone else's testamer. And some people come late and they say, oh, look, I'm not coming. And then all of a sudden they appear. And so we have to slot them into the right position. So it's important that you stay in your position now. Okay, look at the person in front of you and say, I have to follow that person. Hopefully they're in the right spot too, of course. So we'll give you one of these. We'll bring your seat ticket with you. If you have it in your pocket, leave it there. And we'll put it in here if you don't have anywhere else to put it. Okay? We ask you to hold that like that, and there's a reason for that. Now, with your mobile phones, if you don't have a pocket, again, bring the phone with you. Don't leave anything behind. Okay? Just bring your phones with you. If you don't have anywhere to put it, we'll put it in your left hand and put that in front of it like that. Okay? So we've checked your name, we've given you one of these. You'll be asked to walk up the ramp, which is behind that corner there, and someone else will check your name. You'll be then asked to walk across to that lectern, where the presenting officer will read your name. There's a cross on the floor, grey tape. We ask you to stand on it or close to it, because they need to sort of glance around and see that there's someone there. Sometimes they like to look at the name too to make sure they've got it corresponds to the name on their list in the order. Once the presenting officer reads your name, they'll do that. They'll, for want of a better term, they'll salute you or acknowledge you by tipping their trencher or their bonnet. And we ask you to reciprocate in that gesture. So just do that. Then you walk across the stage to here, where you'll meet the Chancellor this afternoon, Dr. Martin Parkinson, AC. He'll be standing there and he will shake your hand. If you don't want to shake hands or you don't feel comfortable, just do that. Hand on your left chest and just nod and acknowledge. He will proffer his hand, but it doesn't mean you have to shake it. But by all means, go ahead. Now, there's two things here. This is your official photograph I mentioned earlier. So we ask you to hold that like that, and the photographer will take your photograph. Now, as I said, this is the official photograph of your graduation. So make it the good one, okay? Make it a good one. Even if you don't feel like smiling, just put on a fake smile, okay? Just so that you look good, because you don't get another chance. If you go around the back and you see your photograph there, and that is, as I say, the official one, and you don't like it, you can't come back and have another go, okay? So, you know, upright, all this in order. Yeah. Okay, take your photograph. Now, the other thing is, if you forget to do this, coming across here, and you get here and you say, oops, don't go back. Okay? Just keep coming. That's the other thing where you only get one chance. It's not important, okay? It's just a gesture of recognition of you graduating. So you walk across, after the photograph, come across here. Don't go down the centre aisle, nor jump off the end of the stage. Okay, go down that opening there. Go around and back to the row from which you came. Now, most likely, I think probably a 95% chance that you won't be in the same seat that you are in now. And that's why you shouldn't leave anything but behind. So you bring your ticket, you bring your mobile phone. If you happen to leave your ticket behind when you go around the back, don't worry, okay? You don't have to come back and get it because we don't need it. You might like to keep it for sentimental reasons, but we don't need it. So if you leave it, don't worry. So you've sat down, you all graduated, and one of you fine folk will then come up and give the graduate speaker's address. Now, we have someone here for that? Good, good. The rest of you are very lucky. We didn't have one day, and I pretend that I'm allowed to pick someone to do it, but I can't really. So we do have someone, fine gentleman down on my right down there. So they'll come up, give the graduate speaker's address, then there will be a musical interlude, and then the Chancellor will close the ceremony. They'll leave the stage, process down the middle, and you graduates follow 2 rows at a time after the academic staff, down through the doors and right around. I don't know if it's raining yet, but you may go outside, you may not, doesn't matter. Refreshments will be outside, down in that corner outside. Okay, this is where you pick up your frames, your plaques, your pictures, and have group photographs with your family if you want inside, or indeed buy the USB stick with the ceremony on it. And all I can say now is enjoy it. Okay? You worked hard to be here, and it's one of those things that if you graduate from university, you must attend these ceremonies. Okay? It is very important, and it's recognition of your work and your achievements. So, as I say, enjoy. Thanks.
Congratulations on your graduation, the start of a bright future, a future that Macquarie University wants to share with you. As a graduate, you are now part of our alumni community, a vast connected network that spans the globe, with thought leadership and networking events, locally and around the world, where you can connect with other alumni, find a future employer or employee. Also, as part of the alumni community, you have access to a wide range of benefits, including special discounts, free access to the library for life, an alumni e-magazine, special events, networks, and career and professional development opportunities. We celebrate and champion our graduate stories and achievements, so stay connected and stay informed. Graduation is an amazing milestone and one step on a lifelong partnership with Macquarie. That's you to the power of us. Stay connected by letting us know where your journey takes you. Simply update your details at mq.edu.au/alumni.
Good afternoon again. Shortly, the Chancellor, accompanied by the official party, will enter the graduation hall. When they've taken their position on stage, Advance Australia Fair will be played, and we invite you to join in the singing of the national anthem. Would you please stand for the academic procession?
Australians, oh, let us rejoice, for we are one and free, with golden soil and a well-fought toil. Our home is girt by sea. Our land abounds in nature's gifts of beauty, rich and rare. In history's page, let every stage advance Australia fair. In joyful strains, and let us sing, advance Australia fair.
Please be seated. Distinguished guests and graduates, I would like to invite Uncle Chris Tobin, representative of the Darug people, to offer the traditional welcome to country.
Thank you. Warumi Miriga. Hello, friends. And Nalawa, welcome to the lands of the Wallamedigal. I belong to one of the local Aboriginal families of the Darug people, the traditional custodians over this part of the country. I wish to firstly pay my respects to the country and its people, and to thank the university for the invitation to welcome you here this afternoon. That acknowledgement is important for our people and much appreciated. My family, in fact, descend from Yarramundi, a respected elder and cleverman of the Burrabrongal clan during the early years of colonisation. He saw that our survival in this new world could best be secured if we could learn more about it. So he enrolled his daughter, Bulungai, or Maria, into the Native Institute, a school set up in 1815 by Governor Macquarie, offering formal education to Aboriginal children. Maria studied there for several years and used her newly acquired skills to lobby and ultimately secure some land for herself and her family out along the Richmond Road. Other Aboriginal families soon joined them, and it became known as the Blackstown, where the present-day city of Blacktown gets its name. We are very proud of her, as I'm sure your family are of you here today. And with good reason. Your success is our success. Your advancement, our advancement. Now, that was probably better understood in traditional times when camp groups were smaller and clans abided by strict sharing laws, which meant the food that you caught and brought back was distributed throughout the rest of the camp. Your skills and good fortune were thus enjoyed by all. Your efforts literally nourished the rest of the community, and you in turn were looked after by them. Yes, we can live quite beautifully when we work together. Our Aboriginal ancestors certainly lived well in many respects, and I use occasions like this to offer them to yourselves as a model or a benchmark on how good to expect our lives today. You see, when Captain Cook arrived here a little over 250 years ago, he encountered a people whom he described as one of the happiest people he'd ever met. They owned nothing, he wrote, but the tools they carried. They were naked, made their shelters from the bark of trees without cutting them down, and fed their families from the earth without excessive tilling or clearing. There was no slavery, no rich and poor, and no homelessness. Armies were unheard of, as were forts, jails, or even fences. People cooperated to collect the resources that were needed, which were then shared out according to strict Aboriginal law. Our lands are maintained in their natural state through fire and responsible harvesting. Our rivers and waterways kept clean and unpolluted, with people drinking out of them as they have done here for the past 20 to 30,000 years. So this is not a dream or an ideal. This is our normal life, and not so long ago. And there is no reason why we should expect less for ourselves and our children than what our ancestors enjoyed. Admittedly, there's a lot more of us. However, we're a clever people, and there is still much magic in the world, I like to believe. So graduands, I would say expect great and wonderful things from your life. Life is good, we are naturally happy, and normally very good at looking after each other and the planet. I would just ask that you share your skills with the rest of us and keep following that beautiful spirit within you that got you this far. Do this and I'm confident we can put together a world we can be proud of and a future that is worthy of our children. We can all do our bit. I'll do mine by winding up and letting you graduate. Just want to say congratulations to all of you and all the best in our collective future. Thank you. Yana.
I'm pleased to announce Chancellor of Macquarie University, Dr. Martin Parkinson, AC.
Welcome, everyone. Thank you, Chris. You are incredibly lucky that Chris comes along to our graduations and offers such thoughtful comments and reflections and words of encouragement to you that I hope you'll carry forward as you leave this institution. And I just want to say again, on behalf of our community, you honour us by your presence, and thank you again. The welcome to country that we've all just heard is a reminder of the long history of the land on which we meet, of its custodians, the Darug people, and of the charge that they've given us to use this land well for learning, teaching and discovery. So let me start by welcoming each and every one of you here to the Macquarie University Wallamadigal campus. Most importantly though, I want to offer a warm welcome and hearty congratulations to our graduates meeting here today on this magnificent occasion. Completing a degree is never easy. It requires determination and perseverance, hard work and dedication to purpose. Each and every one of you should justifiably feel proud of your accomplishments. I can assure you that the university does, and many of you are fortunate enough to be here today in the company of parents and friends. Others of you won't be so fortunate because of distance or travel restrictions. But for all of you, even in the most challenging moments of your study, these people, your family, your friends, your community, will have made your journey easier. So to all the family and friends of graduands who are here today, welcome. To our graduating students, the support you've received is a reminder that while our individual efforts are very important, much of what we will achieve in our lives will happen because we support one another, because we work together, because we live together as a community. Or, drawing on Chris's language, we truly are stronger together. It's important to maintain this commitment to mutual support, especially in times of great turbulence. As we look around the world today, we are confronted by an increasingly divergent political landscape, reflected in the rise of populism, authoritarianism, and a return to nation-state conflict. We see deliberate attempts by both state and non-state actors to sow disinformation, to undermine trust in science and in reasoning in order to fracture our communities. And we see a global community that is struggling to find common cause on the great challenges confronting humanity, whether they be mass migration to escape conflict and poverty, global health crises, or climate change. It is clear that the world that we have become used to over the last 3/4 of a century is no longer with us. Every generation thinks that the times that they live in are particularly complex, but there is no doubt in my mind that today we confront a remarkably complex environment. How we as individuals, communities and countries navigate these challenges will be central to our shared prospects for peace and prosperity wherever we live. I hope that your education experience has strengthened your sense of the importance for working together for the betterment of our communities, our nations and the world. So as you go out into that world as graduates of Macquarie University, recognise that your lives will get busy with the minutiae of life, your jobs, your relationships, your families, and so on. But despite that, try to keep an eye out for these issues. Ask yourself, how can we each play our part in navigating through times of turbulence? What are our responsibilities as graduates and scholars to create a better world? How can we engage in dialogue as members of the Australian community, as members of communities of other countries, or as members of the global community? To my way of thinking, respectful engagement and constructive dialogue are central to solving the big problems we face. So I would urge you to draw on the skills and experiences that you've gained both here at Macquarie and through your entire education journey to participate fully in those discussions wherever you may be. We must all be willing to share our skills and knowledge and to bring our expertise to the table. That is the message of what Chris was saying to you. We must all be prepared to continue to intellectually grow, to be good listeners, to learn from others, and to respect a diversity of view. I encourage you all to remain lifelong learners. After all, as Mark Twain said, and I quote, 20 years from now, you will be more disappointed by the things you didn't do than by the ones you did. So throw off the bowlines, sail away from the safe harbour, catch the trade winds in your sails, explore, dream, discover. In short, be optimistic, seek challenges, and take calculated risks. To do all that, though, one needs strength. And as the great African-American writer and Nobel Prize winner Toni Morrison told another university gathering in 1996, and I quote, "Service to the individual, to the government, to the world requires unwavering commitment to intellectual freedom, to virtues already being debased by apathy or mindless rage. Virtues of integrity, honour, faith, selflessness and courage." To me, these are wonderful words, and I urge you to remember them as you go forth from here. Now, soon it's going to be my honour to confer your degrees and to welcome you to the ranks of Macquarie University alumni. First, however, it's my great pleasure to introduce our occasional speaker, Ms. Zara Mullen. Zara is part of the Cross-Products Research and Strategy team at Google Asia Pacific. In this job, she gets to explore and understand how people think, feel and act. She's passionate about ensuring consumer insights are at the heart of business decision-making, empowering the team to more effectively optimise Google's products and to market them to all users. Zara's got a particular relationship with Macquarie, having completed her own Bachelor of Business Administration in International Studies here at this university. She included a 6-month exchange at ESCEM in Poitiers, France, as part of that, and then she furthered her education by completing a Masters of Commerce specialising marketing, where she discovered her love of all things consumer behaviour, which took her into graduate positions at Millard Brown, which is now known as Kantar. Prior to joining Google in 2018, Zara held roles at various research and strategy agencies in Sydney, London and Singapore. Importantly, Zara is now settling into married life after tying the knot less than a month ago in Mudgee, and we're lucky enough to have her husband here with us. She loves all things sport and represented Macquarie Uni at the Australian University Games in the mixed netball team. So I'd now like you to join me in welcoming Zara to deliver the occasional address.
What 3 words would you use to describe yourself? What do you want people to remember about you when you're gone? Good afternoon, Chancellor, members of the faculty, staff, distinguished guests, graduates, and all your families and friends. Wow, what an exciting day for you all, and what an honour it is to be standing here before you and celebrating your achievements. It is with absolute delight that I congratulate you on this memorable occasion. I would also like to take this opportunity to officially welcome you into the Macquarie Alumni fold. It's a pretty special club to be a part of, and you should feel very proud to be sitting here among such a talented, bright group of people. Your graduation day is a significant milestone in life. It marks the end of years of hard work and commitment, endless hours of study, late nights, group assignments, and exams. It gives you the opportunity to take a chance to look back on the past few years of your life, recognise what you have achieved, and to acknowledge those who helped you in the process. Really, it is only just the beginning, a new chapter of your life. Many of you are at the start of your careers. What an exciting road you have ahead. For those of you who completed your degree, to further progress your career, kudos to you. You have taken that extra step in upskilling and setting yourself apart from the crowd. And for those of you who still have no clue what you want to do, trust me, we've all been there, and many of us are still trying to work it out. I will never forget my first day at Mac Uni. I was sitting in Marketing 101 in the lecture hall just across the way, and I remember having this sinking feeling in my stomach and thinking, what am I doing here? I should have gone to Sydney Uni. It's the uni to go to. Is there still time to change? And I couldn't have been more wrong. I can't tell you how much I loved my time at Macquarie University and the opportunities it afforded me. Undergraduate studies teach you more than just the courses you learn. They teach you about dedication and commitment, about putting your mind to something and finishing what you start, about learning to work with others, to adapt your approach for different styles, to work hard but also have fun. In my final year of my bachelor course, as the Chancellor mentioned, I jumped on a plane and flew over to the other side of the world to complete a semester abroad in Poitiers, France. Wow, if you ever want to feel outside your comfort zone, go to a tiny little town on the other side of the world where no one speaks English and there isn't another Australian in sight. Being completely vulnerable and independent and learning to adapt to new and unknown situations. This is where resilience and perseverance is born. And I had the time of my life. It also gave me the confidence to try new things, and I've since worked overseas in London and Singapore. I highly encourage you to seek experiences outside your comfort zone. I guarantee you it'll give you a richer perspective on life and broaden your horizons. When I finished my undergraduate degree, I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do. I thought I wanted to work in marketing, but I wasn't sure where or for what type of company. I interviewed for a handful of grad roles, but wasn't successful. So instead, I decided to stay on at Macquarie University and complete my Master of Commerce. The quality of knowledge and wealth of experience shared by my professors during my tertiary degree was invaluable. You are all, as am I, so lucky to have had our lives impacted by such a high calibre of teachers here at Macquarie. They go beyond the theoretical and are able to give so much more real-world nuance and applicability. And this is what sets you up for success, not just the what, but the how. We talk a lot about this at Google. The what you deliver, so you know the projects, the outputs, the key results, but as importantly, if not more importantly, the way in which you go about delivering the what, so the how. Things like empathy, leadership, collaboration, problem solving, inclusivity. One of the key principles of marketing is brand positioning. What do we want a brand to stand for? In the same way, we can think about this for ourselves. Who are we? What do we want to stand for? Which is why I opened my address with the questions, what 3 words do you use to describe yourself? And what do you want people to remember about you when you're gone? Is this what you live and breathe? Just like we set directions for brands, we too can build our own personal brand, something unique for people to remember us by. If you haven't already done so, I encourage you to find someone who inspires you. This could be someone you know personally or at work, a leader you admire in your industry, or just generally in the world. A couple of people who I find interesting and inspiring are Stephen R. Covey and Brené Brown. Covey is the author of 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. At first glance, it potentially comes across as just another self-help book full of jargon. But when you start to more cognitively evaluate aspects of your life and how you operate, it becomes clear just how relevant his habits are. Brené Brown is a researcher, storyteller, and professor who talks about vulnerability, courage, empathy, and leadership. Her thinking also inspires much of what I will speak with you about today. In shaping our personal brand and in learning to work with others, I wanted to share with you my 3 words that I like people to describe about me, and thus I use to guide my how. The first is respect. Yourself, others, the opportunities. Maintaining a good work-life balance. Try not to sweat the small stuff. Don't put too much pressure on yourself. And live your own journey. Avoid comparing yourself with others. Do unto others as you would want them to do to you. You never know who will end up being your boss, so be nice to everyone. Make time for others and elevate them. This applies both to your work and your personal life. Be true to your promises, follow through on your word, finish things that you start. Practice gratitude and make the most of the opportunities afforded to you. The second is empathy. Actively listen and observe. There is a reason you have 2 ears and 2 eyes and only 1 mouth. Seek to understand first. See the world through others' eyes. There is a great quote by Covey, and I quote, "Most people do not listen with the intent to understand. They listen with the intent to reply." When we take a second to actively listen with no intent to reply, that's when we hear what is really being said and we truly understand. That's when we truly connect with others. The third word is passion, in work and in life. I am lucky enough to have 2 parents who absolutely loved their jobs, and that inspired me to follow my passions. Find that thing that makes you tick. Seek opportunities outside your comfort zone and that harness that passion. Be curious. Have a thirst for continuous learning. Never in a million years did I think that I would land a job at Google. I thought that was only for uber smart, super cool people. Yet here I am. I had passion for what I do and coupled that with pushing myself outside my comfort zone to get me there. Inspire others with your passion and to have passion themselves. And to that idea of balance, make time for the things you love both in and outside the workplace. Life is full of opportunity, and I personally relish the chance to continuously learn and grow. I'm constantly thinking about my how and working on refining my personal brand. I have every confidence that each and every one of you has huge potential to achieve great things. The foundation of learning that you have gained over the past few years has no doubt set you up for success. How you harness that wealth of knowledge and apply it is now up to you. It has been said that at the end of the day, people won't remember what you said or did, they will remember how you make them feel. I encourage you to not only think about your what you will deliver in this life, but also think about your how. I talked about respect, empathy, and passion. These don't have to be your words, but consider how they could help guide your thinking in your how. In closing, I will leave you with this thought. As you go forth in the next chapter of your life, what do you want to stand for? What is your personal brand? What do you want people to remember about you? Thank you.
Thank you, Sarah. Important messages for all of us, no matter how old we are, to take out and to carry forward. Now, we could begin to get to the good bit. Not that that was bad or anything was said beforehand should be dismissed, but this is the bit why you're here. As Chancellor of Macquarie University, I really look forward to presiding at ceremonies such as today's and conferring degrees on all of those who have complied with the university's requirements for such awards. So, I'm now going to call on our Acting Registrar, Ms Melinda Chadwick, to formally certify the eligibility of those who have met the requirements for these awards.
Chancellor, I certify that all the candidates being presented here today and those who are absent have satisfied the requirements of the Academic Senate for the degrees to which they are to be awarded. Would all candidates for admission to degrees please stand?
So, in the name of the Macquarie University Council and by my authority as Chancellor, I admit each and every one of you present and those who are absent to the degrees for which you are qualified. Congratulations.
Graduates, please be seated. Chancellor, the graduates at this ceremony are from the Macquarie Business School. I now call on Associate Professor Cynthia Webster, Head of Department for Marketing at the Macquarie Business School, to present the graduates. Associate Professor Webster.
Chancellor, the graduates at this ceremony are from the Macquarie Business School. Macquarie Business School represents the modern version of the long and storied history at this university of teaching the next generation of leaders in the fields of marketing, finance, actuarial science, economics, business analytics, management, and accounting. Our school prides itself on a simple and singular focus: you to the power of us. The great economist and philosopher Amartya Sen, winner of the 1998 Nobel Prize in Economics, once said that true liberty is to have the freedom to live the life one has reason to value. So it follows that our true purpose at Macquarie Business School is to empower you, our students, to lead the lives that you have reason to value. We give you both feet and wings. Feet in the foundational training of mathematics and philosophy recast in the modern disciplines of management, economics, marketing, and beyond. And wings so that you find the inspiration in the grand problems of our time and have the ability to soar high. Profound change is upon us today. The scale and combination of demographic, economic, political, technological, environmental, and societal change pose tremendous risk to people and planet alike. Our society faces escalating geopolitical tensions at the same time that we wrestle with climate change, energy transition, income inequality, and the fragmentation of media channels. I have every confidence that each of you who sits before us today will rise to join the highest echelons of leadership in Australia and within our region. Sitting amongst us are tomorrow's CEOs, tomorrow's nonprofit leaders, outstanding entrepreneurs, public administrators, members of parliament, and perhaps even future academics. So as you leave this place, I want you to remember the most important question as a Macquarie University graduate. Macquarie University is a public university committed to the public good. Therefore, when difficult ethical, societal challenges come your way, the question you must ask yourself is, how will I serve? Chancellor, I am proud to present to you the graduates from the Macquarie Business School whom you have admitted to degrees. I present the graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Applied Finance with the degree of Bachelor of Commerce, Professional Accounting. Harjinder Ajimal. George Balasis. Angad Bangu. Aidan Byrne. Divya Chalipurat. Christopher Curtis. Alessandro Daniele. Ryan Dragostinov. Ethan Gee. Manisha Gopal. Jennifer Habib. Lachlan Hook. Fabia Hossein. Krishnil Yohane Lamata. Shailesh Jagadala. Jagadale, sorry. Talha Khan. Kai Lung. Justin Macquarie. David Malishev. Patrick Mentis. Sahil Narayan. David Nguyen. Matthew Nguyen. Claire O'Donnell. William Pon. Nikhil Rastagi. Arthur Risk. Nandini Sharma. Loredana Besho. Xiao Xiang. Nelly Zhao. I present the graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Commerce with the degree of Bachelor of Science. Jason Chui. Nelson Ha. Brandon Jubian. Marcel Ratchich. Nathan Suarez. Nathan is awarded the Macquarie University Award for Academic Excellence. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Economics and Bachelor of Applied Finance. Shiha Arampata. Emily Freeman. Benjamin Smith. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Science and Bachelor of Applied Finance. Oh, sorry. Are you parents? Yes. No, I don't. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Applied Finance. Paris Applegate. Samuel Armson. Sophie Aoyung. Joshua Cottam. Catherine Gallagher. Brandon Hay. Nashita Nareen Islam. George Keane. Lottie King. William Katsiopoulos. Edward Mackenzie. Luke Mills. Lin Chong Nguyen. Ali Jr. Oake. Andrew Regoli. William Sotour. Danish Sritaran. Gajiang Wang. Vincent Fuccio. Fan Zhang. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Commerce. Daniel Syed. Shanice Sarlao. Harrison Saito. Omar Saleh. Teresa Saludo. Samuel Saunders. Brendan C. Scott Cito. Emily Segura. Ryan Senavirate. Shivasmriti Shankar. Maximilian Shaw. Braden Shields. Kiranjit Singh. Oscar Smith. Ashley So. Melissa Song. Shania Shakira Sokur. Laura Spezzalari. Catherine Staley. Sophie Staras. Richard Studensky. Matthew Stutchbury. Jacinta Suradana. Chunwern Soon. Elena Talarico. James Tang. Jack Terraciano. Jefferson Theodoros. Hau Tangchan. Jenny Tran. Kathy Tran. Kimberly Trin. Rachel Turner. Annalise Vidala. Demetrios Vias. Gabriel Vargas. Johanna Volos. Haiyan Vu. Jesse Vu. Gabriella Wilson Gabrielle. Isabella Wong. Mei Wong. Perry Wong. Cassandra Wood. Daniel Shu. Bridget Yap. Tia Yap. And we believe we have sisters to take the picture. Hanan Yassin. Emma Yalis. Quinby Yip. Cameron Young. Tamara Young. Mary Uvienko. Abid Zahid. John Zedafos. Yidi Zhang. Michael Joe. I present the graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Commerce. Vanessa Lim. Wawa Miat. Yu Xiao. Chancellor, that completes this afternoon's presentation of the graduates from Macquarie Business School.
Chancellor, I call on Mr. Ali Junior Owake, who graduated with a Bachelor of Applied Finance, to speak on behalf of the graduating group. Mr. Owake.
Good afternoon, fellow graduates, friends, family, and faculty members present today. It is with great pride that we gather here on this special day to mark a major milestone, completing a chapter in our lives. Looking back at my time at Macquarie, I am able to reflect on all the success and hardship that arose throughout the 3 years I spent staring at Excel spreadsheets, running the same equation 5 times to make sure I didn't miss a decimal point, and logging on to Zoom in my pajamas. While these enjoyable moments throughout the course were playing out, unbeknownst to me at the time, were the skills and knowledge that I would gain along the way that would be deeply embedded within me for the many years to come. It only just recently occurred to me, during a conversation with a work colleague about financial systems and models, how much I have actually learned and how it has impacted my everyday thinking, when I received the dumbfounded look of, what is this guy talking about? I then realised I was using terminology that I have learnt throughout my course. It was at this moment I had realised I had succeeded in my uni adventure and applying it to my day-to-day life. I have to say there were many challenging moments throughout the course, but none more than the challenges COVID brought. I remember being told in my second year when COVID hit that we would be doing the remainder of the semester online via Zoom. That had to be the biggest and most confusing change to a status quo that I have seen in my life. From going to attending classes at a specific time in person to logging onto my computer to watch a video or live stream was a change I am sure we all took a while getting used to. Learning remotely during COVID, although difficult for us and those tutoring us, demonstrates the ability for us as students to adapt to an ever-changing landscape with flexibility, resilience, understanding, and knowledge. With all the support we have been provided with throughout our time at Macquarie, it is with great pride that we stand here tall today. We have now all been given the skills to better equip us for our future working careers. I wish everyone here today the best of luck in their future and encourage us all to strive even more in whatever path the future presents to us. Thanks.
Thanks, Harley. It was great. And it wasn't just challenging for young people to adapt to that adjustment. It was tough on everyone. But you guys have done a phenomenal job. So well done. As I said before, it's hard enough graduating at any time, but to have succeeded in the way that you've done in the travails over the last couple of years, you're especially impressive. So thank you very much.
Silver moon above the deep dark sky, through the vast night peace your rays. This sleeping wood you wander by, smiling on men's homes and ways. him, oh, tell him I seal the moon. Mine are the arms that shall hold him, that between waking and sleeping, think of the love that enfolds him, that between waking and sleeping, think of the love that enfolds him. Light his path far away, light his path. Tell him, oh, tell him who does for him stay. Light his path far away, light his path. Tell him, oh, tell him who does for him stay. Human soul, should it dream of me, let my memories awakened be. Oh, moon, do not wane, do not wane. Oh, moon, do not wane.
Distinguished guests, please join me in expressing our appreciation to Ms. Angela Brewer for that superb performance. Angela is the founder and artistic director of Coast Opera Australia. Please also join me in thanking our musicians on the organ, the wonderful Ms. Heather Mowen-Boyd. And on the beautiful Chinese transverse flute, Dr. Chai Chang-ning. I'd also like to take this opportunity to acknowledge and thank the representatives from our alumni community who come along, volunteer to help manage and organise these celebrations. So please, to our members of the alumni community, thank you very much. Graduates, this ceremony is a rite of passage, but are not, I hope, the end of your connection with Macquarie University. You are now part of a family of alumni, a group of more than 200,000 people living in over 140 countries. We'll keep in touch with you, and we hope you'll keep in touch with us through the Alumni Network. Make sure you come back to campus when you can, to attend alumni events, perhaps to undertake more study, but most importantly, remember what a number of the speakers have said to you today about your responsibilities as graduates. Continue the hard work that has brought you here today. Set demanding goals for yourself, goals to better your community. Retain that curiosity that has got you to this point, and importantly, pursue your dreams. In doing so, though, remember the people who helped you along the way. Some are here, and I acknowledge their support on your behalf. But as is traditional, graduates, I'm now going to ask you to stand and turn to your friends and family and to give them all a round of applause and appreciation. Now please turn back to the front and remain standing, because up here on the dais with me are representatives of our academic staff, and they are the people who have taught you, and I ask you to give them a vote of thanks. Finally, turn to yourselves and give yourselves one very big round of applause. You deserve it. Please, graduates, be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, the new graduates of Macquarie University, on behalf of the staff and faculty of the university and of all our continuing students, I again offer you my warmest congratulations. For all of you joining us here today, family and friends, I thank you on behalf of our new graduates, but in particular on behalf of the entire Macquarie community. I'm going to now invite our newest graduates and their families and friends to join us on the portico outside for some refreshments. I'm going to invite you to, hopefully the rain is held off, to enjoy our beautiful campus as you celebrate today. It is just a stunningly beautiful place. So I hope for all of you and for all of our guests today, it will hold a special place in your memories in the years ahead. But I'm now going to ask the audience to stand, please, and to remain standing while first the official party and then our new graduates all leave. Thank you very much for coming.